So I am Dr.D.KODIMUNTHIRI, Associate Professor, School of Basic Engineering and Science, BSN College of Engineering and Technology, TIRUNELVELI. Today I am going to discuss about green computing, a sustainable future for digital technology. Before going to the topic, we discuss about some introduction about the green computing. So today everyone live with their smart devices, so like mobile phone, laptop, computers. So without digital media we cannot survive in our daily lives. But the problem is by using the digital resources, there are so many environmental issues arises. We don't bother about the environmental issues. So in this topic, we mainly discuss about how the technology development without affecting the environment. So that is the main focus of this topic. Now we are going to the green computing topic. So what is green computing? So green computing is nothing but we can avoid the development of technology, so like in all the field, especially in computer related equipments like a laptop, mobile, smartphones, desktop computer, printer, storage devices. In this green computing development, design, manufacturing, using and disposal of these computer related component without affecting the environment. That is called green computing. The green computing means the development of green computer related components without affecting the environment. That is called green computing. With the help of the technology, we can reduce the environmental issues. Simply we call sustainable TM. We call this sustainability. Sustainability means development without affecting the environment. The green computing main goal is sustainable development by reducing the energy, waste reduction and energy consumption, heat, by reducing the heat consumption. We attain the sustainable development. So, introduction to green computing. It is also known as a green IT. Its main focus is environment-friendly design, use and disposal of IT system. So, IT system means it includes computers, server, monitors, printers, storage devices and networking and all the things. So, the main principles and strategies involved in the green computing. The main strategies involved in the green computing are, so there are 5 main key points are involved in the strategies of implementing green computing: the energy efficient hardware, visualization and cloud computing, power management, sustainable software development, recycling and disposal. These 5 features are mainly involved in the implementing green computing. So we are going to discuss about one by one about the energy efficient hardware and visualization and cloud computing, power management, sustainable software development and recycling and disposal. First, we are going to discuss about the strategies involved in energy efficient hardwares. So, we all know about the hardwares. We are using so many hardwares in computers, laptops, mobile phones, desktop computers, printers. You all know about the variety of computers. It consumes large amount of energy. Large amount of electrical energy, and it produces heat energy. So if we consider all over the world, so many of them using varieties of this kind of hardware, it consumes massive energy, electrical energy. If you are going to select this kind of hardware, we have to select energy less consuming hardware. For example, instead of using traditional hardware, using SSD type of hardware. SSD means solid state storage devices. It performs with less energy consumption compared to other hardware devices. It consumes less energy, it produces less heat, it leads to less environmental impact. So we must select the energy efficient hardware. That means we are not compromised on the performance. Our main aim is hardware must consume less energy, produce less heat, and produce less wastage materials, less wastage during the production periods. So that type of hardware is the most important for environmental consideration. Second one is Energy Star. Choose the Energy Star certified product. If you are going to purchase any computer related component or any electronic type of component, you have to select the Energy Star product. We can see the Energy Star, it's a blue color sticker, blue and green color sticker. This is not a sticker, this is a certified company. They are providing certification for the particular devices. This kind of device only consumes less energy with high performance. Why we are going to select the Energy Star product? Because if you are going to personal purpose or institutional purpose or industrial purpose, if you buy the Energy Star type of product, it consumes very less energy. But at the same time, there is no any reduction in the performance of the product. So high performance with less energy. So it reduces the electricity bill, it consumes, save energy, save money. It also reduce the environmental impact. So we always prefer the Energy Star type of product, mainly in institutional or industrial or any organization. So must prefer the Energy Star type of product. It directly and indirectly reduce the environmental impact. Next one, optimize server and data centers for low energy use. We can see about the optimized server and data centers low energy use by using this visualization and cloud computing technique. We can reduce the energy consumption with the help of the visualization and cloud computing techniques. Next, so strategies, visualization and cloud computing. The visualization and cloud computing mainly support the green computing. We are already tell about the green computing. So green computing is without affecting the environment, how to utilize the resources. Mainly laptops, computers, electronic components. The visualization in the visualization technique, we can run the multiple system on one. No need to run all the system at the same times. If you need the 3 applications, you need 3 system and 3 electrical resources. It consumes more energy. It also increase the environmental hazards. So in order to avoid this, we can using visualization technique by running the multiple system on one. It reduces the energy consumption and less electrical energy requirement and less wastage generation and less heat productions. Another one technique is cloud computing. So with the help of the cloud computing, everyone using the storage devices like Google Drive, Microsoft OneDrive. These are the storage devices. Everyone using the individual storage devices. So in order to avoid this individual, we can share the storage devices with the help of the cloud computing. It avoids the more energy requirement. So next. So strategies for power management. So power management means we avoid the power consumption. How to avoid the power usage and the power consumption. Enable the sleep mode or power down when ideal. If you are not using the electrical component or the computer related system, enable the sleep mode or power down when ideal. Another one that is adjust the screen brightness. By reducing the screen brightness, we can adjust we can reduce the energy consumption and to save the energy. It extends the life of the device. Next topic is the strategies of sustainable softwares. So we are mainly focused on hardware. So not only hardware only consume the more energy, more electrical energy, it releases more amount of heat. Not only the hardware, so we may mainly focus on hardware. Software also support the green computing. That means the main goal of green computing is reduce the energy consumption, electrical consumption, and heat generation, and less waste generation. So software also support the green computing. We have to develop the software by consuming less energy. For example, if you are going to buy a laptop or computer, which is best means it's a laptop, because a laptop consumes very less energy compared to desktop computers. So laptop softwares are working the same efficiency but consuming less power consumption and energy consumption and heat generation. This reduces the environmental impact. So the software development also is most important in the green computing. Efficient coding process reduce the power and memory uses, like cloud and visualization based application for the better resource use. This promote the scalability and energy efficient process. So that we are mentioning here, the softwares also play a major role in the energy conservation and heat reduction and environmental impact reductions. So next one is recycling and disposal. So green computing play a major role in recycling and disposal, because every day there are so many electronic come under come in the form of e-waste, electronic type of waste, already used computers, smartphone, laptops, and computer related component printers. This is come under the kind of waste. Today the major problem is disposal of the e-waste. There are so many, only few countries are mainly focused on the e-waste management. Even well-developed countries, only few companies are available for the handling the e-waste resources. The e-waste is a e-waste management is a major factor in involving green computing, because our main goal of the green computing is manufacturing, designing, manufacturing, using and disposable in any area that does not affect the environment. So the main environmental issues arises from the disposal area, especially the e-waste material. So it's a highly toxic. E-waste mainly contain toxic lead metal. We all know about that. The lead is highly toxic to the soil. It affects the fertility nature of the soil. No, any plant cannot be able to grow that soil. Mercury like waste. Plus we can collect some various kind of resources from the e-waste, like the gold. We can segregate and separate the e-waste. Few components we can able to utilize that. Once again we can come back to the replacement form. So e-waste play a major role in green computing. Try to avoid the landfill method to dispose the e-waste material. So landfill is suitable for the decomposable waste material. So not for the electronic waste material. So decomposable waste material after 1 or 2 years completely decomposed, does not affect the soil. But e-waste are not that type of waste. So try to avoid or reduce the landfill kind of pollution. From the help of the e-waste recycling program, we can save the disposal. In this method, you manufacture a take back the already used component, and they are using for some other purpose. Use manufacture a take back program, reduce the landfill and pollution. So benefits of green computing. So the main benefits of green computing is protect the environment, reduce the waste and emission of greenhouse gases. Plus cost saving. So by low energy consumptions, energy and expenses. So regulatory compliance avoids fines and follow the laws. So attract eco-conscious consumers. So and it also avoid the various environmental issues. These are some kind of benefits we obtain from the green computing. Here are some real world examples. The big companies like Google, Apple and Microsoft company, they are taking this as a severe one, and they are also focusing on green computing. These are some examples only. They are mainly consider how to avoid environmental impact by reducing the carbon emission. For like Microsoft company aiming to be carbon negative by 2030. They are applying some concept to the in the area of manufacturing process or in their company areas, wherever they can able to reduce the carbon emission. They are applying some technology to avoid the carbon emission. Their aim is to reduce the carbon emission up to negative at the year of 2030. And Apple companies, they are having a separate sector for recycle the materials from the consumer. They are collecting the repair iPhone like component, and they are recycle all the components. So 100% of recycled materials in the product. So like Apple and Microsoft, Google also have a aim an efficient data center with renewable energy sources. They are using the solar energy source for wherever possible. They are using the solar energy without avoiding the environment. They are using the solar energy source. These are some real world examples to control the environmental issues. So even a small change can help to protect our environment. So this is in our hand. Before starting this topic, we discussed about green computing, what is green computing, how it affects the environment, wherever the possibilities to reduce the energy consumptions and avoid the environmental issues. Here we can make a small change. It helps to protect our environment. For example, turn up our computer when you go out. It's nothing but it's a green computing. We avoid the energy loss and power consumptions. Setting your phone on dark mode, save powers. Using SAD printer in computer lab, resource optimization. Unplugging your charger when not in use, or energy is equal to energy saving. Donating your old phone, dispose in proper way. Say kind of e-waste recycling. Using tools like Google Meet or Zoom instead of traveling to meet your friends or discuss with your friends. Say save fuel and energy. So these are some small steps to change our daily habit not to protect our environment. So conclusion. So green computing, the main goal of the green computing is maybe a small, but it is more important to reduction in energy consumption, wastage generation, and carbon emission. Nothing but footprint, reduction of footprint. These are some most important points. So green computing is crucial for sustainability. We are also telling about the sustainability. Sustainability means we can avoid the development in the various fields, especially in technology field. But the development does not affect the environment. So everyone have a rights to fresh air, fresh water, and fresh resources. We hand over the fresh resources to our next generation. It is our responsibility to hand over without affecting the environment to our next generation. So in order to attain the green computing, require innovation in this field and education and commitment towards the green computing field. It's a kind of cooperative work. It's a small steps to reduce the environmental issues and avoid the environmental problems. Combine environmental economics and ethical enemies. So these are the most important things in green computing. This is the most important one compared to the environmental issues, because today we are using, everyone using technology field. So there are so many issues come in this field. So it's the right time to avoid the environmental issues due to the digital world, mainly from the computer related components. So it's the right time to take a necessary action to apply the green computing strategies to prevent the environmental issues and reduce the energy consumptions and the energy loss, waste generation. From this we can attain the green computing goal. So thank you for giving these opportunities and understanding